live again. Give me a second. Alright, my playback was messed up there. Alright, cool. Awesome. Alright, now where were we? I was talking about the 10,000 gallon pond, I think. But yeah, we're getting it worked on, digging little by little. Right now I don't have the money to get a any type of backhoe or anything like that to help with it, but we're working on it, and hopefully we'll have it done before the summer's up and can get some fish in it, and work on trying to get, hopefully, I think I'm going to try to go for the tropical pond thing, but if not, it'll just be a huge koi pond. Awesome. Glad it looks better and everything. Let me see where my chat scroll thing is. There we go. Make my wife a mod real quick. Alright, and then we've also got the outdoor tubs that we're working on. We've got two big old 400 or 500 gallon tubs, and they're going to be for the arowana and stuff until that 10,000 gallon pond gets done. Whether it becomes the tropical pond or not, that's going to hold them. Because I've also got two big old sheets of glass, which are actually sitting right here. I might be able to tilt you over there and show you. Yeah, I've got two big sheets of glass sitting there. And those are 8 foot by 30 inches. And those are going to be, I think I'm going to do one big, like 18 foot long tank, 4 or 5 foot wide. And that's where the arowana and pacu will go if they don't go in the tropical pond. But yeah, what's going on in the chat right now? So you're looking for Adolfo Corys HC. Those are some pretty things. I love those. Right now we've got 3 or 4 types of Corys. We've got albinos, green Corys, peppered, and stirby. And all of them we're trying to breed. We just had peppered Cory eggs, but I didn't pull them in time. They all got 8. And our green Corys and our albino Corys constantly lay eggs. They are they breed like rabbits, like mice and stuff. They're just constantly going at it, constantly throwing eggs. Yep. Yeah, those 2 big old plywood tanks, those are going to be plywood tanks with these big old panels here. Like I said, about 4 or 5 foot wide, probably 16 foot long. Either that or I'll keep it split into 2 and make 2 10 foot long by about 4 foot wide tanks. But I'm planning on going with the 16 footer. It just sounds better. Now we've also got the greenhouse. Once we do the tropical pond there, if I turn it into a tropical pond, I'm going to do like a greenhouse cover type thing over it. And see if that'll work out to help keep it warm and everything, and that'll probably end up being the green iguana. What's going on, Lumpy Dog? Alright, we'll see you here in a little bit, Cecilia. Maybe barter some glass work for some excavating. That would actually be a good idea if I could find somebody who needed some glass work that had that type of equipment. Next person I run into, I'll probably talk to him about it. How many do we have on here right now? 5 watching. And it's still low output, but is it still smooth and everything? I've turned down the latency to hopefully make it to where it's smoother on y'all's end. But yeah, we got cichlids here in the house, and all kinds of stuff. We got guppies, cichlids, gouramis. We've got redtail, tiger shovelnose catfish, pacu. You name it. I mean, we pretty much got it on fish, other than like mountain minnows and stuff. So far, I've tended to stray away from the smaller things. But I'm probably going to get more into the cories because they are breeding for me really well. And I figure, I mean, why change a bad thing or a good thing? If everything's going good, then why even try? The type of guppies I have are a strain that I've been working on for probably about a year now. They were just some fancy guppies that I picked up, and they had a lot of orange in the tail with the black body. And then I picked up a snakeskin that had a really orange tail as well, and I've been breeding that snakeskin in with that black body, and then that really really bright orange tail and top fin. And so far it's been going pretty good. They've been producing well, and I actually had a die off here recently whenever I had calamanus worms. Got rid of the calamanus worms, but it killed my snails, had a big ammonia spike, and took out the entire tank. Took out a lot of my my plants, and everything started dying off. Koi guppies are awesome. I really want some of those. I seen the koi swordtails from Imperial Tropics, or Imperial Tropical Fish, or whatever. Those are some really nice. What was I saying? Yeah, those are some really nice fish there, and I'd love to have some one of these days and breed some of those Imperial swordtail koi. But yeah, I own an auto glass company here, and now we're just trying to work on doing some other stuff and hoping that this auto glass picks up well enough for me to hire out some of my work and focus more on this here. I like doing the fish. The auto glass is decent, but I enjoy this a lot more, so I'd rather do this and have somebody else do that for me, if you know what I mean. But yeah, now we're having those guppies are doing pretty good now. They're bouncing back. We've already had fry 2 or 3 times since then, so they're doing pretty good. We're back up to probably about 100 in population. They're in a 55 gallon, so hopefully they'll produce a couple hundred more within the next month or two, and that's how I basically get a lot of my fish food that way, trade-ins and everything at fish stores. It's kind of my breeding tank for profit type thing. See, what else do we need? Not a whole lot else to talk about me on my end. Of course, we do got the Walking Dead tank, and nobody's been suggesting placement for those characters or anything, so I've been just setting it up my own way. I'm probably going. It's doing bad again. I can't see where the chat's at or anything. Let me see if I can pop it out and if it works better. Too big. Come on. Me and this laptop don't get along very well without the mouse, the attachable mouse. Orange tail tuxedos with bright blue iridescent on top. Can't wait to see how the guppies turn out. Yeah, I can't wait to see how this strain turns out as well, because they are going to be some pretty nice ones. They're already looking good, but I figure hearing about 6 months or so, maybe a year after I cull a little more and get a little more of that snake skin in there, they're gonna look amazing. And orange tail tuxedos with some bright blue, that sounds pretty awesome as well. Here it gets, you know, 100, sometimes 105 during the summer, and but that is it. What that thing originally was, it was some type of shed or garage was built on top of it, and it goes down 4 foot. The slab that it originally sat on goes down 4 foot, and so I'm gonna dig to the bottom of that, and then put a pond liner in it and everything, and but yeah, 4 foot should be plenty to keep it cool, and plenty to insulate it during the winter months and everything to help keep it warm. Yeah, show this tank a little more. That way we can talk about it if y'all want to. This is my 100-gallon cichlid breeder tank. This has my Salvinis, my Freddies, and my Jack Dempseys in there. I've also got another pair of Jack Dempseys that isn't in here, and another pair of Freddies that's not in here. Excuse me. But yeah, there's a Senegal Bakir in this tank as well. What's going on, Mark's Arks Aquarium? Yeah, there's a Senegal Bakir in there as well. He's about 8 inches or so. And there's also 3 featherfin catfish, African featherfins. They're probably about the 6-7 inch range. We've had them for about a year now. Most of this stuff in here has produced for us one time. We have to pull babies immediately because there's multiple pairs in here and they will eat each other's fry. But I do pull the babies and try to raise them, and we've had one. Oops, sorry about that. And we've had one spawning from each of them so far. Hopefully a lot more this year. We run our fish room, you know, with our temperatures here in the here in our area. So during the summer, the tanks get up to around 80, 82 degrees, and then during the winter they sometimes drop down into the high 60s. And we haven't had any type of die-offs or anything that way, but it does slow down their growth and slow down their breeding. But I'm hoping what it'll do is produce babies that'll handle temperature swings a little better and be a little more resilient once they go to a store. Yeah, the Senegal Brakirs stay pretty small. He's about 2 years old and he's only 8 inches or so, and he eats like a hog. He constantly getting shrimp and tilapia and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be swimming in that pond whenever I make it, for sure. Hopefully my red tail cat and everything. I'm a little scared to get in there with the pacu though, because those things are known to clip off fingers and stuff. But you know, I'm gonna try it at least once. But yep. Anything y'all want to know about this tank, just ask it down there and I'll answer it if I can. Any questions about anything you want to know, we can start doing some fish talk now, and I can answer some questions, help y'all learn. I can learn from y'all as well. Let me move this over a little bit so I can read your full question here. What's the biggest fish I have, or the biggest potential growth? I would say right now the biggest fish that we have would be the pacu. He is 18, 20 inches or so. He's probably about dinner plate size around. It's a big fish for sure. And but the biggest potential fish that I have is actually my probably the arowana. He'll get about 4 foot long or so if I put him in that 10,000 gallon pond. Yeah, that's the size pond I'm building. HC. It's about 10,000 gallons. It's in the backyard. Like I said, it was formerly a concrete slab for like a garage or something. It's about 10 foot wide, from inside to inside, about 10 foot wide and about 30 foot long. And I'm going to take it about 4 foot deep or 5 foot deep. Yes, I do want to swim with it, but I mean, I'm going to try it. If it comes after me, then it'll make for a good video at least. Crap, I'll probably get into the 500 gallon tub once I get that set up, just for the heck of it. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a really nice pond and everything. I plan on doing some type of water feature on it. Sorry, I'm saying so many times. Plan on doing a water feature, like a waterfall type thing on the deep end. It's going to get a little bit shallower on one end. I'm hoping to go down to 5 foot on the deep end and then take it up to probably about 3 foot on the shallow end. Mom, get on video. She don't like to be on video. She doesn't even want me to get her on the videos the edited videos and stuff. Yep. Yeah, I also plan on putting building a bridge over the length of it. That way we can sit on the bridge and feed and everything. Maybe dip our feet in the water. Like I said, a greenhouse type covering maybe over it. That way we can put branches and everything in there. Maybe turn it into also an iguana setup as well. Oh yeah, me and that Pacu, yeah. He's tried to come after my fingers a couple times when I was feeding. After I've seen the damage they can do on, like, I believe it was river monsters where he was talking about them. They can clip off fingers and toes, and you know, the bad area on a human, you know. Yeah, they've been known to do that in Amazon River with people swimming naked. Oh yeah, 1,250 gallon water tank. Yeah, that's the 500 gallon. That's what it is a water storage tank that I'm cut the top off of. 1,250 gallons. That's a big sucker. Is that one of the really deep ones, like 8 foot deep or whatever, or is it shallower and bigger around? Yeah, I definitely plan on getting in that pond. No matter what's in it, I'm planning on at least getting in it once. Yep. We've got, like I said, I've got a couple more pairs of the Freddies coming out. One pair for sure, and then hopefully the other ones will pair up. And I've got a couple Jack Dempseys as well about to come into maturity. 5 foot deep. Yeah. So it's probably at 1,250 gallons, 5 foot deep. I would say probably 10 foot around. The 300, are you talking about the 300 gallon tub or pond or water storage tank? Or I used to have a 300 gallon aquarium, but that's what these panels turned in or came out of. Also, the tank that I built for my my citronellus, dang it, I can't even remember the name right off the top of my head. I'm supposed to be a fish guy. Obi, or Midas cichlid. I built his tank out of the scraps out of this 300. Oh, you're back, Life with Fish. It fits in grain truck box. Awesome. What's going on, Life with Fish? Yeah, these guys actually, they tend to get along pretty well. There is a little nipping from time to time. The Salvinis are actually the most aggressive ones in there. That and the male Jack Dempsey, he tends to bully them around a little bit, but yeah, for the most part they get along pretty well. The African featherfins do a lot of playing and stuff, little nipping at each other and chasing each other around. It's pretty awesome to watch. I really enjoy that tank. That's in my office area in the bedroom. That's where I face and sit, is towards that right there. Yes, I do have cories. I've got albino cories, green cories, stir-by cories, and peppered cories. And all of them, pretty much all of them are breeding. The stir-by haven't started breeding for me yet, but I've got the peppered, the green, and the albinos breeding. I wrote down a list of talking points and stuff, but I've already got to all of them. So anything y'all want to know or any questions, please ask. My stream says it's doing good and everything, so. We've got a few new leopard geckos into the breeding group this year. Last year we produced three normal varieties, but now we've got a Murphy's patternless and a hypoemerine, or I believe it was a hypoemerine that we got. So we ought to be coming out with some beautiful babies this year. Oh God, yeah, I love albino cories. Those things are awesome. If you want to be a mod, Life with Fish, I'll make you one. I should be doing this every Thursday. As long as the Real Fish Talk's not on during this Thursdays, then I'll probably be doing it. And the times that they are live during when I'm planning on doing my stream, I'll probably go ahead and kick it over to Saturday or something. What's going on, Fish Tropic? New England Inler. How's it going? Off topic, which is better, KLR 650 or Harley 883? I can't say for sure I've ever heard of a KLR 650, but gotta love a Harley for sure. I'm not a bike guy. I mean, the beard may fool you, but I'm not a motorcycle guy at all. I've rode some dirt bikes and stuff in my life and a few other small bikes, but nothing major. How's it going there, Fish Tropic? I already said hi to you probably, but hi again. If you want to be a mod, I can make you one there, Fish Tropic. And yeah, as always, do support the Fish fam by subbing out anybody in here that you haven't already subbed to. Of course, that's how I got my start here. So, you know, I definitely would suggest to anybody to sub up anybody who you haven't subbed. And definitely sub me up, of course. One fish, two fish. A pair usually breeds 2 or 3 times a year. That's in optimal conditions and everything. Last year I got 3 breedings out of the one female that I had breed. I got 3 breedings out of her, but one of them I didn't pull the eggs in time and the male ended up eating them. And the second breeding, one of the eggs ended up fungusing up, but I ended up hatching 3 babies total. They only have 2 eggs at a time, by the way. Gracie's definitely a hoot. She's a fun girl to be around. Definitely love her little antics and shenanigans that she does. She definitely keeps us laughing around here and keeps us entertained. Yeah, if you want to see more of Gracie's antics, there should be some more coming out on Mom of 3 ADHD's channel, which is my wife. She's been trying to do some videos of the kids and everything, and we just took one the other day of Gracie playing with her dollhouse and everything, so there'll be one of those pretty soon up. Let's see. Yeah, she does love being silly on camera. One fish, two fish. Are you talking about my Midas cichlid, the big orange one, Obi? He's a lot like a flower horn, very aggressive. He's doing great. He's in a 100-gallon tank by himself with a couple little female convicts. He's definitely a very playful, aggressive, territorial fish, whatever you want to call it. He will attack you when you try to stick your hand in his tank or mess with anything in his tank. He does a little face shaking stuff at Gracie when she's messing with the tank as well. Mark's Ark, I didn't make you a moderator, but I will. But yeah, right now we're not really trying to add any more tanks or anything in the house yet. But what we are working on doing is we're gonna move most of it outside to greenhouses and stuff, is what I'm hoping. Yep, no problem, Mark. Definitely need some moderators to make sure that in case anybody comes in here and tries to troll me or anything, y'all can take care of them. Yep, not a whole lot more for me to talk about on my end. I plan on doing some more driftwood trips, hopefully pretty soon. Going out to my friend's ranch and going and getting cholla cactus. We're gonna probably try to start selling that and everything. I've done little pieces here and there, but I do have a ton of things to work on, and totally not really a whole lot of time to get it done with the business and the YouTube videos. But I do put as much time into it as I can, and it will be done as soon as possible. I live in West Texas, specifically Snyder, Texas. A little town, probably about 15,000 people or so. Yes, I'm doing a pond, a very, very large pond, which I will be doing an update, like an edited video update of it pretty soon. Me and my boys have been out back working on it and trying to get it dug. But it's by hand, so it's taking a long time. It's a big old huge 10,000 gallon. Yes, that's two big chunks of cholla wood in there. Those are the one on the right there is probably, see if I can point it out there. That guy right there on the right side, that one's probably about a 4-foot piece, and on the other side, on the other side over there, that one's about another 3 or 4 foot piece that had some nice branchy things on it. I found a piece that was about 8 foot, but I couldn't get it to fit in any of my tanks, so I wasn't able to keep it. You're close to Fort Worth, Cecilia. I'm up there constantly. My parents actually live up there in Fort Worth, or one of my parents anyway. The other lives in Midland, but yeah, I'm constantly up in that area. Maybe one of these days I'll have to come out and do a tour or something, if you'd be okay with that. Might have to talk a little bit. Biggest piece you've ever seen? The one that's in my 150 gallon tank with the Pacu is actually about 5 foot long and quite a bit bigger. It's got a trunk on it, probably. I mean, that don't give you a whole lot of perspective there, but yeah, probably about as big around as my head or so, almost on the trunk. But yeah, Cecilia, if you wanna contact me on my email or something, the next time I'm in town, and we'll set something up, and I might come by and do a little video. Definitely like to get in here and get into the fish fam a little more and meet people and get to travel a little more and do, you know, stuff like that. I want to go to some of the big events and everything, but probably not going to have the time or the money to do that anytime soon. There are supposed to be some cichlid conventions and stuff like that here in the Houston area that I'm going to try to make it to, but again, it's just as time and money permits, of course. Call your fish room the Cove. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. The Fish Cove. That other tank, there's another tank right here to the left of this one in the room. See, that tank sits there, and then my TV's up above it, and then there's another tank to the left of it, and that one's got a shipwreck in it and everything. I call it the Shipwreck Cove. And that's got a bunch of cichlids and stuff too, my grow outs. Maybe I can actually see if I can pop up another video back here real quick. Let's enlarge this a little bit. Or not. Okay. Alright. That should have removed that one, hopefully. Alright, are y'all seeing the new tank? See if I can get it resized and everything. Alright, yeah, this is the 150 gallon with the Pacu. He's right there behind my head at the moment. But yeah, that's that big piece of wood I was telling you about. That sucker is gigantic. Oh yeah, I definitely wish I had a bigger house. Our house right now is only a 2-bedroom. We're trying to expand it. I'm probably going to be doing an add-on in the back, but that's still years to come. Uh-oh, Steamfot's about to be going live. Alright, so I'll probably be calling this one for today. If you can see, that's actually some bluegill perch right there. Those things are pretty in the aquarium when you get them to a warm temperature and feed them nicely. They get some really good blue in them. But yeah, we'll probably call it for today. That way we can all hop over to the Steamfot live stream, because I know I like to watch it as well. And anyway, I thank y'all for coming out and everything, and anybody any help sharing this out would be awesome.